Hello, hello, Jeremy.
What's up, Eric?
What is
everyone
up?
listening?
It's been a while.
Yeah, we just looked at the last podcast was in March, and we're in April.
So well, it was the very end of March. It was
you see how I said that?
Yeah. So 3 weeks ago was our last one. So we were on a 3-week hiatus.
It happens.
It happens when you're busy.
It happens when you're busy.
No, but let's just do a quick update. So right now it's April 26th. Man, it's already almost May. 4 months flew by. Like literally New Year's was yesterday. It's just busy. But we're doing well. We're up to almost 35 clients. That's great. Right?
It's awesome.
Meal plans still going strong. It's awesome. Yeah, it's very awesome. I mean, November we moved into this place. Our equipment was delivered mid-November. So let's just even say the end of November, beginning of December. So December, January, February, March, April. 5 months. We went from 9 employees to 35. So that's
You mean clients, not employees?
Clients,
not yet.
Client,
we don't have 35 employees yet. But if anyone is a personal trainer and is looking for an exciting job in the field, then apply.
And a chef.
We are hiring.
And we're looking for a chef
yes.
too. So
yes.
Yeah. So it's Cleveland. So one day it's hot. Today it's cold, but we had a ridiculously awesome weekend.
Oh my God, such a nice weekend.
80, 82, sunny, beautiful. I opened the Jeep, opened the windows,
everything. In the house and everything.
And the windows in the house. It did.
Yeah.
It felt like Florida to me.
It felt like a vacation.
It did.
It felt like a vacation.
It did. It was nice. We need more of that. But anyway, that's
coming.
So it's end of April. We've got May and June, so 2 months of getting into pool weather, because pools start Memorial Day, right?
And what do we need for pool weather? A pool body.
A pool body. We need a pool body.
Pool body.
We need to look good, feel good, and I just upped my regimen, total calorie counting. Not going crazy on macros. I just don't believe in going crazy on macros of I need X amount of protein and versus carbs versus whatever else. I just know that I'm eating healthy, and at the end of the day, it's still a calorie deficiency. I need to lose this final freaking 15 pounds that I haven't been able to.
It's been a while, right? The 15 pounds.
Oh my God. Yeah, 5 months.
So you weren't counting calories before at all? Ever. Okay.
No, ever.
Ever. Right.
Like, I was counting
carbs. You lost a lot of weight without doing that, without counting anything. You just
and then again,
basics.
And then again, by staying active and in the gym and eating healthy, I haven't gained any of it back either, which is good.
No, it's great.
I'm just saying, it's 25 years of bad habits and bad eating, but yeah,
the last 10% is the hardest.
It's so
That's
hard.
The hardest.
It's so hard. So I feel like I've got to double up on the workouts, and especially the cardio, the walking, the jogging, the cycling, rowing, etc. And I don't need to double up on weight training for sure, but I feel like cardio, like in the morning and in the evening, just double it up, and it will just make me more mindful about the food too. Take diet up a notch. So my plan on calorie counting is I should be eating anywhere from 1,800 to 2,000 calories, maybe 2,100. But I also work out. So per my fitness pal, when I work out twice a day or at least once a day, I'm losing 300, 400, 500, 600 calories, sometimes times 2. So it comes out to 800 or 900. I'm just not going to eat that extra calories is the point either.
Right.
Just because I earned them doesn't mean I'm going to use them. So I'm still sticking to 1,800 calories per day with the exercise, with the walking, with the mindfulness, with less snacking. Again, I mean, I have the sweet tooth and whatever else.
Who doesn't?
but leave
Right.
it to a bite versus
You want
there's just no
the-
point
yeah,
to eat the
you-
whole piece or
You want that pool body, then you got to make sacrifices. At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, do you want it bad enough? And if the answer is yes, what are you willing to sacrifice?
100%. And, yeah, I'm at that point where 5 months of plateau is enough.
Yeah.
And I've probably cut because I've gained some muscle, but yeah, I just want to. So here it is. I'll throw it out again. The
New Year's resolution goal?
my summer resolution.
Summer resolution?
No.
Okay.
2 months, 20 pounds. So I'm at 200.
That's 8 weeks.
180.
That's ambitious.
I know, but I really
And the
think I can
last
do it.
10% is
Let
the
me tell you
hardest.
why I think I can do it. Okay, fine. Let's do 15 pounds. 185, 2 months,
I
60
can agree with
days.
that.
Thank you. So end of June, 185, and I think I can do it because of the nice weather and because of running. And that's what helped me the first time when I lost a lot of weight was every time I did feel like eating or snacking or whatever else, just went for a walk and just listened to a book on tape or a podcast or whatever else. So I feel like these 2 months is the time to...
Yeah, and with the weather warming up, no doubt, now there's like literally no excuse because it's so easy before to be like, it's so crappy, I don't want to run and not do it. Now with the weather turning and more nice days, it's just going to be easier. It's
Right.
going to be easier. I mean, I haven't even really been running because of this weather.
Right.
So I can.
I mean, we have indoors,
Yeah,
but treadmills
But it's not the
suck.
same. Yeah.
I
the
mean, it's
tread-
such a night and day.
I'm not running more than 2 miles on the treadmill. I just don't want to.
because it's the same speed, right? Where outside you can turn it up,
It's
turn
boring.
it down. It's so boring compared to outside and just the feeling you get.
Nature. Yeah.
Nature. Which we'll talk about. Nature, exercise, walking. So today's topic, which will probably be one of the we always say that, right? The most important podcasts. But it is because stress is a freaking killer. So today's podcast, Jeremy and I have put a lot of thought with some research, but mostly it's thought and heart and just experience now of top 10 quick ways to relieve stress. And I want to let you talk first because I have a lot to talk about first.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't script the intro. We're not scripting the beginning of this because I want Jeremy to talk from his heart. I want to talk a little bit from my heart on stress and how much of a killer it has been to me, and what a difference it makes when I put some of these things in place. But just, yeah, Jeremy, again, not scripted, talk from the heart.
For sure.
Because you have so much to say about stress.
Well, stress is like the opposite of peace and serenity. And I think, I can speak for everyone by saying that that's what we all want, is we just want peace. We want serenity. We want to be happy. We want to feel good. And no matter how successful you are in life, if you're still stressing, then are you really even successful? And you hear plenty of stories of people who have tons of money and they just either kill themselves or they're just miserable or whatever it is. There's plenty of those stories. So at the end of the day, this is the number one thing that we can all use less of, and that's stress. And how we put this all together was basically what are the conversations we're having with our clients when they ask us, or they just come up like stressful situations. Like, what do you do? What do you do when you're stressed? And we sat down and we thought of these 10 things that basically they're almost like must-dos. Because if you don't do them, then it's hard not to be stressed. And the reason why we stress is it's simple. It goes down to our primitive state of when humans first came onto the earth. The ego mind was created for survival, to protect us from animals, to help us find energy through food, to protect us from other tribes, we created this ego mind, and this ego mind is actually the reason why we all stress. It's the reason why we all stress. And what this ego mind does is it either keeps us in the past, so we still haven't let go of stuff from the past, or it takes us too far into the future, and the future is usually painted by more fear, more anxiety, more stress. So we're bouncing back and forth from these illusions that are not even real. But they seem real, and they trick our body, and they put our body into this fight or flight mode. And cortisol is released in the brain, and it shocks our body, and now nothing's operating correctly. You know, you talk about losing that extra 15 pounds. Calorie counting and eating the right food, 100%. You need that. But at the end of the day, when you mitigate and lower stress, everything starts working better on the cellular level. You know, there was a study done, I don't remember how many years ago, but there was like 3 glasses of water. And on the glasses of water, they wrote happy, they wrote fear, and they wrote neutral. And then they measured the water molecules. And where it was written happy, the molecules were operating way differently when they wrote fear on the other one. And there's this whole other principle, I forgot what it's called, I'll look it up, I should have probably looked it up, but I didn't know we were going to talk about this, is that just by thinking of a certain thought pattern, that thought pattern affects whatever it is that you're thinking about, in other words. So it's like, for example...
Yeah, I understand where you're going with
so if you're having these stressful thoughts or anxiety or whatever it is, you're literally affecting your cells.
And everyone around you.
Yes. But again, you're literally affecting your body. So, I mean, this is it. I mean, reducing stress it leads to everything. It leads to living a healthier life. It leads to living a longer life, finding peace, finding serenity, what we all shoot for at the end of the day. So this is one of the best topics you can talk about.
And again, we didn't talk about it, but I think stress caused my mother's completely rare, obscene, mutation that she passed away from. It was total stress. She had the busiest real estate 2 months she's ever had, ever. She did more real estate in those 2 months than she did in any other year ever. Literally right before this right? So again, success, busy. You blamed stress and anxiety and whatever else. Stress is a killer.
It's a killer.
Stress is a killer because, again, you're bringing this toxicity. You're bringing this toxicity on the cellular level, like you're talking about, into your cells, into your body, and I never really understood, why would somebody want to be a Tibetan monk? Why does somebody want that level of consciousness and peace and tranquility and faith? But because everything else is just so negative and toxic. And so anyway, Jeremy and I put this together. You also mentioned, I didn't want to interrupt you, about, clients and what they talk to us about, but also what they exude too. I mean, you can see it. So if you think your stress is not noticeable or has a negative ripple effect on your coworkers, your loved ones, your spouses, your kids, etc., it does. And now, in hindsight of my life of stress and whatever else, I just think about, oh my God, I just kept putting myself in all these stressful situations. And it wasn't just myself. I put employees in that stressful situation. I put my family, my kids, my whatever else. They felt my stress for sure. and just cause them to have stress. So it's just a killer. The ripple effects are negative. So I guess we're building a very good intro on why these 10 things are not lackadaisical suggestions at all. This is life or death, and
Yeah.
everyone needs to, again, breathing is part of this, exercise is part of this, just mindfulness of letting go and relaxing and doing these things. So anyway, let's start.
Yeah, and it's life or death, but it's also what kind of quality of life do you want?
It's a
Yeah,
good point.
you might live to 80, but do you want to be stressed for the next 30, 40 years?
It's a great point.
Or would you rather live to, let's say, 70, but have an amazing 30 years where you're just at peace and just happy and good?
Right.
So
Because it's not just about removing stress, it's how do you get to peace and health and happiness as well. And keep increasing that, right? So you
Yep.
can be down here with happiness and stress. The point is not to get to neutrality. The point is to get to
yeah.
to
And what do you mean
really-
by increasing that? Well, when I hear how do you get better at that, it's how do you get better at mitigating stress?
right.
How do you get better at it? Because everyone's going to have stressful situations come up. It's how we handle it is going to determine, am I improving my mindset? Am I realizing what are the triggers that are causing these stress, or am I not? And it's basically boils down to awareness.
Right on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything is.
Yeah.
Everything is
Everything.
mindfulness and awareness, right? Even
Mhm.
my calorie counting, even your training regimen, everything is about mindfulness and whether or not it's going to be done. It's going to be done in a happy way, and it's going to be done successful. Okay. So some of the things that causes stress, we've talked about it, but it's feeling pressure, right? It's big changes in life. Someone is not there anymore, or someone is there now. Changes from high school to college to work, unmarried to married. There's big changes in life, right? They're worried about something. Something is not, or they feel like they're not in full control, right? So they feel like they lose control. What else?
No, I mean, we said it, and like I talked about before, when you're thinking too far ahead, anytime that you're thinking too far ahead, again, even sometimes we think too far ahead with a business. Where's our second location? Where's our third location going to be? And if you notice, when we think too far ahead, sometimes, the mind goes racing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And again, half the stuff is made up. Like
It's all made up. It's all made up. Guess what? You want to eliminate all of this? Change the way that you look at it.
Right.
Just change the way that you look at it. You said that we feel we don't have control. Well, what if we just surrender to the fact, and we'll talk about that, that's one of our numbers here. What if you just surrender to that you're not in control, and whatever comes at you is what's supposed to be?
Right.
You'll instantly feel a lot less stress. Just by that
And I
one
have.
little shift.
100%.
And the thing is, all of this, like people say, oh, it's so hard to reduce stress. Just saying it's so hard to reduce stress is going to make it hard to reduce stress.
Right.
So the way that you
Right.
talk, the way that you look at things, the perspective, everything, it's all related. And it's really not hard to reduce stress,
Right.
especially if you do these 10 things.
Exactly.
So what's number one?
So number one, exercise.
Exercise. Boom.
So how do you, why does exercise relieve stress?
Well, I mean, there's the whole science behind it in the brain, the endorphins, the chemical that's released. Actually, natural painkiller. So let's say you have some lower back pain. If you do some stretching and exercising, that'll go away. Now you're going to stress less. You're going to think about, I don't have lower back pain now. Or you're not going to think about your lower back pain, which is causing you stress. So now you just eliminated that whole scenario.
Right. Plus, it is the momentum starter, right? It is the spark plug. because you come into the gym, you exercise, you run, whatever your exercise is, it's that spark plug to then make you mindful about what you eat. It then makes you tired so you have a good night's sleep. So it starts this good habit momentum, right? Plus, after a good workout, man, that's the best feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you've accomplished something. You've done it, especially when you're pushed a little bit harder, or you've lifted a little bit more weight than you thought you would. Man, what feels better than that?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it changes your state faster than almost anything. So you go from this low energy, thinking about the future or the past or whatever it may be that's causing the stress. You go do 20 burpees, some push-ups, you run, and you're instantly feeling your body and your heart, and you're like, okay, I feel good now, right?
I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Let's crush this workout. Yeah. And literally a half an hour ago, you were waking up from bed going, maybe I shouldn't go work out, right?
Yeah.
The hardest thing is getting there, and then once you start moving, man, every climb, it's just like, man, like, how do I not do this every day?
Yeah. Everyone always feels better leaving here. Come in here, they're like, I'm leaving here.
They do. They come as a ball of stress, all of them. I mean, most of them, and they leave with smiles, so it's good. Okay, the next one. So number 1 was exercise. Number 2 is go for a walk.
Yeah.
A quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Again, off script. Why isn't go for a walk part of exercise?
I'll tell you why, because a lot of people tell me that I do not like exercising.
Right.
Have you ever, anyone tell you on a nice, beautiful day in nature saying, I don't like going for walks?
Right.
So it's kind of like two different things. There, you might have already exercised in the morning and you're sore and you don't want to exercise again. But It's beautiful outside. Like this past weekend, it was 82 degrees. It was like a vacation. And just going for a walk, feeling that warm breeze, hearing the birds, seeing the birds, seeing the beautiful trees and so on, and seeing other people that are happier with a smile on the face.
Man, not one person at the park ever doesn't say hi.
Exactly, because they're all in a better mood.
Right. And again, being around trees and fresh oxygen and sunshine, vitamin D, and you're moving, so you're, again, it is still exercise. It is still very healthy for you. So there's all the health benefits that exercising does for when you walk, but there is also that social component that I mean, pretty much most people can go for a walk, but yeah, it's also very, very meditative, right? You can listen to some music, you can listen to a podcast, you can, again, I like it on runs and walks to maybe a mile in, take out a headphone so I can hear the trees, I can hear the birds, I can hear, you know what I mean, other than the music. And then another mile, the other headphone comes off, and all I want to do is listen to my breathing and listen to nature, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing, meditative, healthy, doable, again, get out of the stress. It's so important.
Yeah.
And whenever I hear of people putting together 30, 60, 90 days of walking every day, different human beings, just like our gym. I mean, completely different human beings. So anything else we want to talk about?
Well, I'll say, walking, but walking in nature is even better, because there's just this true essence with nature and presence, and it keeps you in the presence, and it opens up this gateway of really your highest self. Like, this is where breakthroughs happen.
Right.
This is where downloads, people call them downloads, or new ideas, creativity happens, or unlocking stuff in your subconscious happens, because it only happens in the presence.
Right.
It's never going to happen if you're thinking too far ahead or in the past. It only happens in the present moment, and something about nature does that. It really does. So.
Absolutely.
good stuff.
Gonna
Go for a walk, probably, as soon as the weather turns nice.
I'm going to do number 3 right now.
Go ahead. Oh, we got one of those on the wall.
Just breathe.
Just breathe, baby.
So pause and breathe. That's another great point. That again, you've got a million things to do, and you're running all over the place and whatever else. Just to stop and concentrate on breathing. And there's a lot of different breathing techniques. From 4 seconds inhale through the nose, 7 seconds holding it, right, to 8-second exhale. And then there's a lot of combinations.
You can do 4, 8. In the sauna, I'll do like holotropic breathing, which is like the fast 30 inhales and then holding the last one, because then you're back in like the present moment because you're like holding your breath on the last one, and it just does something to your body. It just floods you with.
Yeah, we don't want to intimidate you that you have to know the formula of how many seconds you need to inhale, exhale. Bottom line is deep inhales in through the nose. Hold it.
And slow exhales through the mouth. Breathing, because usually we're not even breathing correctly.
But what the body does, though, and Google it, it's really fascinating. And the more I looked into it, I mean, just the signals that your body sends the brain is literally stop with the anxiety and stop with the stress, and that you are safe. So there is this fight or flight. Their brain is moving, your body is moving, and suddenly these deep, calm, deep breathing in, breathing out actually literally put your brain in this safe, healthy state. It's amazing. So there's absolute science behind this, and again, whether you do it in your car, during the walk, at your desk, anywhere, anytime you're feeling stressed, try it. Really quick, really easy. Do it 3, 4, 5 times. It works. It works because it's science.
Yeah. Physiologically proven, and it's probably the fastest way to change your thoughts, get out of that, the egotistical mind as fast as possible.
Right. Okay, big topic here.
Yeah, you gotta eat healthy.
Eat healthy. Why?
Because we are what we eat. I think we've been hearing that for years.
Right.
What came out first, though? Milk does a body good, or we are what we eat? Because one of them is not true.
Right. So yeah, obviously bad food stresses out the body. So whether it's alcohol, preservatives, anything that your body feels shouldn't be there is a toxic situation, right? So that's what your body's attacking. That's what doesn't feel right to the body. When it's a whole food, when it's organic, no preservatives, none of that stuff, your body obviously will accept it better. You're going to feel better. I don't know who in our audience that listens to this have never ate healthy, but I mean, we're preaching to the choir. When you put a healthy food day together, or a couple, you feel fantastic. And when you put pizza and bad carbs and beer and alcohol, that your body doesn't feel good.
And here's the worst part: when people put together these bad days of eating bad, and then they're stressed, they blame outside environment for the stress. Oh, this is happening, that's happening, this is what's causing my stress. When in reality,
right,
if you would eat healthier, then whatever the circumstance that's happening to you, you would be way better at reacting more positively and taking that stressful situation and turning it into something that's not.
Right.
We give food credit. We know it causes a stress, but we don't give it enough credit in the given moment when the stress is happening, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense that we create our own stress half the time. And we create it not only in just thinking is the point. We create it in what we eat, how we exercise. It's not just thought. Thought's a lot of it, but also it's definitely healthy habits. And again, stress is caused by like not feeling right, not feeling well, not having the energy to go do something or get something
Right.
done or whatever else. And that's food is the fuel. That's how important it is. So do you want to put, water in your tank? Well,
Water will give you energy. Yeah.
No, I meant in a gas tank type scenario.
Yeah.
Or do you want to put 93
Right.
type gas
So you're
or
saying like
95?
86 or something.
No, I meant water into a gas tank.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
water
it's not
into
water.
your body is great.
Right.
So
wanna
the
put
analogy doesn't
Pepsi
work.
in your car.
Right. Do you want to put Pepsi or do you
Yeah.
want to put 93? And that's
Right.
and that's the point. Is you are what you eat. We could spend another 30 minutes talking about stressed food and animals and so on. I'm sure Jeremy would love to share that love of not putting toxicity and
Just
stress.
got to be careful on the kind of meat that you're eating. I mean, the animals that you're eating, hey, they have a consciousness just like anyone else. If they're raised unethically and they're fed the worst kind of food, guess what? You're eating that. You're eating that, and that's affecting your cells.
Which is fast food, by the way. They're
Of course
buying
it's fast
the-
food.
the-
It's Taco
the
Bell, it's
cheapest-
McDonald's, it's Burger
it's-
King. It's all the worst meats out there.
worst, horrible farms, cheapest. I mean, again, we don't want to mention any names, but you name it, whether it's fast casual or fast food, and a lot of nice restaurants are buying the cheapest, most toxic, most non-organic
Right.
chickens and beef and
So-
absolutely
Yeah, just be mindful where your meat is coming from.
right on.
That's it.
Number 5. So quick recap. So number 1, exercise. Number 2, go for a walk. Number 3, pause and breathe. Number 4, eat healthy foods. Eat more of it. That's the other thing is you can eat more of the healthy foods and not be as hungry, and that causes stress. And anyway, we're going to move on. 5 is listen to music.
Yeah, another easy one you can do in the car, you can do on a walk, you can do it anywhere.
Throughout the day. I mean,
Throughout the
wherever
day.
you work, wherever you chill, while you're brushing your teeth, while you're showering, you can listen to music literally all day, every day.
Mhm.
But why? Why does listening to music relieve stress?
Well, I mean, first of all, music is made with love. Music is made with creativity. Music is made from a higher level of consciousness. Music is made without stress.
That's true.
So all of those frequencies, and everything is a frequency, everything is energy, is now vibrating into you.
Right.
So your cells are gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. I mean, there's science behind it. There is science behind it. There's actually music therapy that you can go to.
Right.
So,
And there's music undertones. I mean, it can get deep, but bottom line, what's good about music is the positivity, the positive words. Most of the music, it stimulates positive memories. The vibration makes you want to dance, puts you in a good mood.
yeah, it changes your state. It changes your entire state. It reduces pain as well.
Right. Lowers heart rate, calms you down, unless you dance. Then it increases your heart rate.
It increases your heart rate, but in a good way.
In a good way. All right, so those are 5.
5.
So
Number
5,
6.
5 left. We are 34 minutes in. So-
Journaling. So I'll let you start off with the journaling one because I know you've been really going at it ever since we started working together, and I've seen huge results just from your journaling.
So journaling is a couple things. Number 1, journaling is my to-do list. That's number 1. So being able to write down what I need to get done does relieve that, oh my God, I have so much and I'm overwhelmed and I can't even think about the 10 things I need to get done. Journaling, helps me write about it and think it through and go back and see what I did or didn't do and why or whatever else, and actually write about it. So anyway, it's my to-do list. It's also my pre-meditation in the morning, which is really, really good too. So again, I look back on the day, I reflect, what did I do good, what did I not do good, what do I need, that type of reflection that I get out when I journal. And then 10 minutes of meditation, when I do try to think of nothing, some of that positivity comes back, or again, dream state type stuff, that, and almost I call it deja vu type stuff, where I feel like in meditation I've seen what's going to happen in the day, which is amazing. But then there's so many other benefits: gratitude, practicing gratitude, writing down the most important things for yourself. It's just it's. And then I'll end it on a final thing, and then you can add to it. But it also is that where you feel that sense of accomplishment. I journal today. I'm ready to start the day. It's another good habit that I've started to do in the morning a year ago, and I owe a lot to over the past year to it. It's just my book of thoughts. It's my book of to-dos. It's my book of gratefulness. It's my diary. It's my everything. It's just it helps me reflect on the things that I like and the things that I don't like in general, and about myself and so on, and start moving things towards that right direction. Does that answer your
awesome
question?
For sure.
I'm sure that.
I don't even have much more to add. I mean, I will add that didn't someone once say that the pen is more powerful than the sword?
Okay. Yeah,
and
I think so.
It really is. There's like some magic by using the pen and writing down.
Paper.
Pen to paper.
Versus journaling on a computer or whatever else, actually writing it out. Yeah.
But even like, let's say you're getting your thoughts out. So if you just have your thoughts, you can have really, really rapid thoughts, and they're not going anywhere if you're just thinking.
Right.
If you actually put your thoughts down, now because you're writing, you can't necessarily write as fast as you think, so you have to slow down. And that slowing down creates some space for your subconscious, or the bypass of your mind. So it's not just your mind thinking, you're actually now in your subconscious, and all of a sudden stuff just comes out. And it's calming. Number one, it's calming.
Like podcasting.
Yeah.
We're journaling.
Zero Doubt Club came from journaling.
It did.
And,
it did.
And there's a lot of different techniques that work to reduce stress. For example, let's say you have a big meeting coming up, let's just say tomorrow. The night before, I would journal the outcome that I'm looking for.
Right.
Visualize it, write it out. You can even write out, there's another technique that works out. You can write out, let's say, 3 of the worst outcomes, put it on a piece of paper, write the worst outcome, crumple it up, throw it away. Write another bad outcome, crumple it up, throw it away. Write another bad outcome, crumple it up, throw away. Now when the event happens, you've already pre-planned what the worst possible event can happen. And guess what? It never happens. 99.9999%, whatever the mind creates that we're so worried about, never even happens. So this is just another technique that
That's
shows you that.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
I never heard that. But,
I think I mentioned it once before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of stats out there that you can Google on goals that are written down, plans that are written down, visions that are written down, business ideas that are written down, and the percentage increase of writing it down and seeing it and reflecting on it of actually happening are exponentially way more than just thinking about it and letting the thoughts go away and again stressing over it. versus actually writing it down and making a plan and asking for feedback, and big difference.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we got a couple more.
So 7, meditate.
Meditate. And again, we did an entire podcast on this, and I'm sure most of our listeners know that meditation reduces stress. Not many people do it, because I always hear, especially from my clients, that I can't meditate, I can't stop my thoughts. And meditation is not about stopping your thoughts. Meditation is just allowing yourself, whatever that window is, 5, 10, 15 minutes, to just try to step away from this world that is created, that you create.
Right.
So,
and again, there's so many tools like Calm app, Peloton app, YouTube has 5-minute meditations, 7-minute meditations, 10-minute meditations. You want to feel happier? They have a happy meditation. You want to feel more spiritual? They have spiritual meditation. Like, it doesn't stop on content. There's no reason why, if 1 million people that meditate daily tell people that it's transformational, you'll relieve stress, you'll be more in yourself. I get it. I'm type A, man. To me, I was that client of yours that said, I'll never meditate. There's just no way.
I can't meditate.
I'll just say, and a year later, I love it now, but I still need the guided meditation, because I do have way too many scrambling thoughts and so on, but I just need someone to tell me to calm down, relax, breathe in, breathe out. Feel your tongue on around your teeth. Stretch your fingers. Feel your body. Yeah, man.
Be aware of your breathing.
Right.
Exactly. Be aware of your thoughts. It's okay. You're gonna have thoughts. Again, 70,000 thoughts a day. You're not just gonna turn them off for 10 minutes and have 0.
Right.
And again, I hear that all the time. And I can't stop my thoughts. It's not about stopping your thoughts.
Right. Think about the sun. Think about nature. Think about. Man, you escape the stress that was just going on in your head for 10 minutes, and it's such a huge stress reducer, and again, it's super healthy for your mind and body, and you're just a different human being. You just are, and everyone that's ever meditated and meditated regular will tell you that, but again, there's I can't meditate for 10 minutes. It's such bullshit. Again, it's like, I don't have time to work out. Yes, you do. You do. And you have time to meditate, and you can find that 5 or 10 minutes. And again, it can be part of walking.
It can be part, exactly.
It can be part of working out.
You know what I tell our clients all the
journaling.
time? To turn off the music in the car, roll down the windows when it's not 40 degrees and snowing.
Keep your eyes open, though.
Yeah, and just listen to the birds, and be aware of the birds too, because it's about being present in the moment. And again, that's what it is. That meditation, at the end of the day, is just being present in the moment. Now, you can also do visualization
and self-aware and.
Right. Well, when you're present in the moment, you're going to be self-aware. And there's different types. You can also do a visualization meditation, like we talked about the visualization in journaling. And you can do a gratitude meditation. Don't tell me you can't close your eyes and be grateful for 5 minutes of things that you have in this world.
Sure.
Don't tell me you can't do that. That's just, come on.
Right. Next one, big one.
Yeah, pray.
Mm-hmm. Well, why does that relieve stress?
Well, first of all, surrendering to that you're not in control and you don't know everything, and that there is a higher power, whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, divine. It's all the same thing. We all believe in something. We either believe that there's nothing out there, or we believe that there's something out there. So everyone has faith. Don't tell me that you don't have faith. And praying to this higher being, it reduces stress. At the end of the day, the surrender of that you're not in control and that things are happening for you, it's an amazing feeling. Even when you consider, or even when you think something bad just happened to you. Let's think here for a minute. How many bad situations in your past that you can think of did you come out better?
Most,
if not all. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So having that mindset is going to drastically reduce stress.
Right. Or having empathy for people.
Yes.
And the highest level of empathy for people is what? Is praying for them. Right? So when somebody is negative or toxic or honks their horn or cuts you off or does something that you're just like, I cannot believe a human being would do this. Having that highest level of empathy and actually praying for them and saying, man, whatever's going on, I hope this person finds health and happiness and whatever else, because a normal, happy, healthy human being would never do that. Ever.
They're just operating in error. If we just take that mindset that when something like that happens, someone acts out, someone says something to you that you don't like, they're just operating under error. They're operating at a very, very low consciousness level in the current moment because of, again, past or future or stress.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's great. So next one's organization.
Organization. Yes. And you mentioned, a to-do list, how that helps you eliminate stress. When you got, 10 things on your plate, a lot of times...
Or literally on your desk.
Yeah. And cleaning your desk is huge too. One thing that...
I actually have a tip for that, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. One thing that I did recently was I actually moved my bed around in my room just because I was kind of tired of the way that it was positioned the same way for like 15 years. And when I moved it, Nathan helped me. It was heavy, but we got it done. Like instantly, I just felt like both of us, actually, Nathan and I, had like smiles on our face for like the next 3 days.
So maybe you by mistakenly followed Feng Shui.
What? What's that?
Asian spiritual, that things have to be positioned in the right way for it to feel right.
Oh yeah, there is a whole like east-west, the way that you're supposed to sleep and position your head.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah, for sure.
It's something that they strongly believe in. Yeah, when you see that there's 10 or 12 things on your desk, my biggest tip: remove all of them and just bring one thing back.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely relieves stress, and you get it done. It's one more check mark. Take the next thing on. So I've walked into and seen a million people and their desks, and it's just how does anyone get things done? So again, my biggest tip: take everything off, bring one thing back. And again, organization, to-do lists. When you know what you have, and it shows it's doable, right? It's your to-do list. Everything's doable. You don't feel overwhelmed. Like, I don't even know what I need to do type stuff. Number 2, the check marks gives you that sense of accomplishment. And then 3, again, that peace of mind. You can, I like to do to-do lists at night too sometimes, but like, what do I definitely need to get done? What top 3 things I got to get done tomorrow?
And you mentioned top 3. We shouldn't have a 10 things to do list either. It's just too many. If you knock out the 3 most important, actually Brian Tracy wrote a book. It's called Eat the Frog.
Yeah.
And the frog is make your to-do list, put the frog, which is your absolute one that you don't want to do, despise, but you do not want to do this despite. Do it first, because then that builds momentum, and everything else just becomes easy to do.
Right. So organization and just at the end of the day, what like sleep is so important, right? We didn't bring that up.
I know.
Well, we were going
to add an 11, and that's like take a power nap and sleep.
But anyway, but more than a power nap, sleep is literally the most important, because we know if you don't have a good night's sleep, your whole day is behind and stressed and whatever else. So to have that good night of sleep, by the way, do all these things: eat right, exercise, go for walks, journal, create your to-do list, so you don't have something on your mind of what else do I got to do, what else do I got to do.
Yeah.
So you write it all down, you get it done, you know what top 3 things you got to do tomorrow, and you can get that good night sleep. So organization is a big one. Number 10, let's close this out with what?
phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Call a friend. Yeah, don't bottle anything in. I was doing that for, I don't know, 90% of my life.
Yep.
Just holding stuff in, never talking to anyone, never sharing. And, just kind of like journaling, when you put stuff down on paper, it leaves your body. There's something to say about speaking about an event that you didn't like and that you stressed about or didn't go your way, or how you felt, or something that happened. Just tell someone, share it, get it out. It literally leaves the body. Don't hold it in.
It leaves the body, and it's something to share with someone else, right? So that you feel like the stress is now shared with someone else, and so you have less stress. No, but that's what friends are for.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
here,
families
the right
for.
friends too. Let's add to that. If you're gonna share with someone that's gonna bounce back positivity and not more stress into you.
100%.
So you don't want to call someone who's also stressed and you guys are both comparing stressful days.
Right.
No. You want someone that's going to uplift you, who's had an experience like you had, but came out of it and can share positivity from you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So pray, share with God, talk to someone, share with a friend.
Yeah.
And again, you're just how you react to a situation is the stress. The situations are still going to happen. You're still going to get cut off. There's going to be that bad seat at work. There's going to be issues with family and friends. It's how you react is what causes the stress, and how you live your life. And do you want to live with good habits and healthy habits and feel good and happy and less stressful and probably live a healthier, happier, longer life, or not?
Or not. There's only two choices. You're either going to stress or you're not going to stress about it. That's it. You can choose not to stress. And when you practice these things, it becomes easier to make that choice.
Exactly. And again, I can't stress enough on the ripple effect that is caused by it, and everyone in your life, whether it's coworkers, family, spouses, kids, friends, etc., on when you're stressed, what that does to them. You're from one side, share the stress to try to eliminate it. It's another thing to just be this tornado of stress, putting yourself and them and everyone in stressful situations. I've just done it, and it's just not the way to go.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the pandemic. What happened? It put everyone in stress. Because everyone was thinking these negative thoughts and only sharing more negativity with one another, not able to talk to someone else or see someone else. That whole thing.
And fear. Fear is stress.
Yeah. But fear is not having trust in the process. We're not in control. So it goes back to number 8. Surrender. That we're not in control. Everything is happening for us, for our evolution. For creation, everything is happening for that.
Obviously, this is all intertwined. All of it.
It is, of course.
Of it. So, exercise more. Go for a walk. The weather's nice. Spring, summer. Go for a walk. Pause and breathe. Again, extended inhales, extended exhales, extended holds. Eat more healthy foods. Healthy foods is everything. That's the fuel.
Drink less alcohol. I'm just
drink no alcohol.
No alcohol.
You are what you eat. Eating is so important. Music. Listen to more music. Enjoy it. Become happy. Journal. Get your feelings out, especially unwanted feelings. Put it to paper. Talk to someone about it, etc. Meditate, especially over things you're grateful for.
Please don't say you've tried and you can't. It's like breathing. Can you breathe?
Can you listen?
Can you have a thought?
Can you listen to it?
By the way, if you ask yourself, what's the next thought I'm having? You won't have a thought. Try it. Sit down, close your eyes, and be like, what's the next thought? Well, what's the next thought? What's the next thought? And guess what? You're not going to know because there's not going to be a next thought.
but that's one of 100
Yeah,
exercises.
that's
I mean,
for sure.
if you're really, you got to decide you don't want to live as a ball of stress, and you want to be healthy and happy. Once you decide that, everything's online.
Exactly.
We're helping. We're hopefully
Dude,
inspiring.
we did it. Like, two of the most stressed, like, crazy go get it, not enough maniacs. If we're doing it and we're building this company, then come on, anyone can join us and do this.
And the word, is this going to cause stress, comes up a lot and it's never ever been brought up in my business career ever. It was just stress. Okay. So journal, meditate, pray. Again, you don't put everything on your shoulders. The universe is working no matter what. From one side, you're significant and you matter and you're valuable. From the other, we're very insignificant, and this universe is huge, and some higher power is out there that just, again, builds the vibes.
And just remember that you're also part of the higher power. You're infinite, and this is not the only life.
Exactly.
So just chill.
So, and again, share the responsibility. It's let go, let go of this stress weighing you down, because again, it affects how you are in society, and to yourself. Organization. Remove the clutter. That's what's important. Remove the clutter. Become focused, do doable tasks, help you sleep, etc., and call the right friends.
Call the right friends.
Call the right friends. So those are it. We'll list them on YouTube, and they'll be listed in the subject line as well. But again, one of our top podcasts. I think anyone that listens to it, it's transformative. It really is that thinking of stress will kill me, and it will freaking kill you. So how do you stack more chips on healthy behaviors, and these things will help with stress, and a lot of these things have way more benefits than just relieving stress, but stress is the biggest thing, and the point. What else? Anything else?
No, that was great. Yep, got training in 5 minutes. All the answers though are always inside of us. It's just a matter of listening and being aware. That's it.
Exactly. If we can help in any way, drop us a note, and
call a friend, call someone from Zero Doubt Club.
We are friends.
Yes.
We are friends to our clients for sure. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank
See
you.
ya.